I'm Anita Adams. I am with First Weekend Club, and I'm here at Berlinale and the European Film Market with the lovely Roger Frappier. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for meeting with me today. It was so spontaneous, and when I discovered that you're the producer of Another House, I just started gushing. It was a little bit embarrassing, actually. I just absolutely love that film. It's just, it's beautiful, so well crafted from script to on the screen. It's just a beautiful, beautiful film. And then I dug a little deeper and found out, holy smokes, this man has done a tremendous, tremendous amount of work. I mean, your list of credits is as long as I am tall. You have, what, three?
It goes with the color of the hair.
You got 40 years of producing experience,
Yes,
I
exactly.
understand, which is pretty awesome. And you've made some amazing films. You've got 3 Golden Globe Awards, 4 Academy Canadian Cinema and Television Genie Awards. You had a couple of nominations at the Academy Oscars. You received an award from the Cannes Film Festival. The list just goes on. And you know, some of my favorite films as well. You know, the Seducing Dr. Deuce, and I know you just remade that, the Grande Séduction. You did The Decline of the American Empire, Jesus of Montreal. Oh my God. Maybe I should stop gushing.
Now I can die. No, I don't want to die. I just want to go on.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel now that, you know, it's funny because after all those years, I realize now that I know exactly how to do my job. You know, it takes time to be able to find a good story and find the right way to do it. And everything is intuitive, but in the same time, I mean, when you gain experience, it's not always sure, but the feel. I mean, you have to have a good feeling to carry your work over 2-3 years. For instance, the Grand Seduction in English, I did the first one 10 years ago. Now I'm doing a movie. My next film will be with Kim Newgran, who was also nominated for an Oscar last year. It's called Two Lovers and a Bear. It's been 10 years in development, so you have
10 years.
You have to be patient.
That's really good advice. I know so many writers and directors they just want to, you know, get out there and do it and have that brilliant script after the first draft. And it just takes time, doesn't it? It takes time to write it. It takes time to find the money and the right people to be involved.
It's always longer than we think. It's always more expensive than we think. You know, and it's always taking more time than we think.
Right.
But, you know, it's like... it's good. If you can spend 2 years of your life with a story, it means that maybe people after that will be able to spend 2 hours of their life with that story.
Right. Now, with the breadth of films that you have made, which of your films have been the most rewarding, personally rewarding or personally satisfying for you? And why?
The first one I will say is Jesus of Montreal.
Okay.
This is a movie that I can still look at today and find things in it that I haven't seen while I was producing it, making it. I think it's a great script and all the values of it, and it was magical shooting on the mountain in Montreal at night, doing the passion with the sound of the city beneath us, and having L'Hôtel Bluto on the cross. It was something totally surreal. You go out from dinner in a restaurant and you go on the mountain and you have the Christ on the cross. So it was quite realistic, and it was really a great collaboration between Denis Arcand and I on that project. Also, Night Zoo, Un Zoo la Nuit from Jean-Claude Lauzon, his first feature. It was phenomenal, and I think it was the first one of so many movies I have produced that was the relationship between a father and a son. There's many films I find out after that it was the main theme and the main topic. So there must be something in me that is looking for that.
Yeah, interesting. Now, what would you say has been the hardest lesson for you to learn as a producer?
Not to take anything for granted, not to expect anything, Always do it because you believe in it, not that you think you should do it for another reason. Um, uh, Trusting people even if they don't trust you, loving them even if they hate you.
That's a
Uh,
hard one.
it's sometimes it's hard, you know. It's like I think it's one of the only métier, only task in the world where there's always a relationship between money and creation, and you always have to make a decision that imply one and the other. And how do you decide to go over budget on something, and how do you decide not to go over budget and to cut something and change things? So you're always in a relationship where you have to make those type of decisions. But you know, this is something that when I started producing, I didn't know, is that it's something that you can grow old with. You know, it's like each movie is a new experience, new people.
You're always learning something new as
Always something, learning new location, new story.
Right.
So it's never boring.
I was just going to say, it must keep it really fresh and exciting.
Yes, and you're never the same person. You are maybe literally while you discuss the script, then you become a financial. You have to find the money to be able to produce your movie. Then you could be a more like a boss negotiating with unions, and then after that you become more in the advertising to work on the campaign and on.
You have to wear so many hats as a producer.
So many hats, and so it's never boring.
Yeah.
You know, you're never only doing one thing.
How did you get your start in the film industry?
It was the only thing I wanted to know since I was young. It's I don't know why. There's nothing else that I wanted to do. I didn't know how, of course, because in Quebec at the time there was no industry. So in '68 and '69, I went to study cinema at London School of Film Technique in London. So it was a great time to be in London in '68 and '69. It was fantastic. So I discovered music, cinema, literature.
Oh, you must have had the time of your life.
Totally. It was. What do you do for a climax after that? It was a little bit, a little bit difficult, but it was great years. You know, you had the La Nouvelle Vague was coming out of cinema. You had the new English cinema. Even in the United States, you had all the independent cinema that were really, really great. Cinematographically, those years, I mean, the 70s were immensely creative. I mean, the Italian cinema was all around the world, the French cinema also. So in a way, I started to work in cinema, I would say, nearly in the golden ages of it.
Do you have any last words of advice that you can leave our members, many of which are filmmakers?
Well, if you believe in what you're doing, no matter how many years, it will happen.
Excellent. Thank you very much. It was so great to meet with you here. Here at Berlinale with Roger Frappier, keeping an eye on Canada.
Thank you.